Kingdom, welcome back to another film review. Your boy Papa Shro is here to break down the film. We got a little bit behind. That Thursday night game, not gonna lie, threw me off a little bit. Kind of got me behind on things, but nevertheless, here we are, jumping back to Week 5 for this Minnesota Vikings game, and just to jump right in, this very first play from the game, quick play fake, Kirk checking down, and defense does a really good job on the coverage on this right out of the gate. And, honestly, one of the best games to point to for the secondary, honestly, the way that they handled this game. And, Justin Jefferson, I can't remember what the exact number was, but just a few catches. I don't think he broke over 50 yards in the game. But right here you see you've got check down over here, kind of covered. Probably could hit that. Not a lot of space, so Kirk goes with the right check down over here, just in space, and you'll see Leo Chanel misses the tackle. But everybody here covered. You're going to get double coverage over the top if he's streaking down the field. You've got, I think this is Snead coming over, and then safety help. So really everybody at least going deep. You only got two deep routes on this play. Both covered pretty well. Your check downs are there. Cousins goes for his check down pretty quickly and gets him in space. Leo Chanel misses the tackle, but a big fumble, and the Chiefs come up big immediately. Brian Cook jumping all over the fumble. This view is going to show this fumble just a little bit better. And Bolton was out for this game, so you see Danny Tranquil in right there playing linebacker. That was Tranquil out there covering the flat on the other side, but gets his check down right here, but the way Snead comes in, he's getting blocked right here, but just a way to come off the block and immediately look at that hand right here on the ball, and he's just going to rip that ball free. Ball goes flying out, but just an amazing play by L'Jarius Snead right here. Looks like Reed's head too. Reed's head comes in, and that's what really jars the ball free right there, it looks like. But Snead right there holding on to the ball. Reed comes in, makes a nice hit, pops that ball free. Cook immediately sees it, runs over, jumps on it. That's Chiefs football. So we're going for the first drive on the offense now. Here, this one, this play, I love this play. I love what the Chiefs have been doing, and just kind of, we're going to see some more plays down the line. Obviously, in the Broncos game, there was some wonky plays in there, but Pat going out in motion right here to set up a direct snap to Pacheco. Blake Bell in motion, and just a nice play. This was on a 3rd and 1 that they get, and they get up to the 1-yard line on this play, but start out in the pistol formation. You got Bell to the left, a couple of receivers out there. Mahomes goes in motion. Bell comes in motion. Just a direct snap to Pacheco and just a run right up the gut. Great play right there. I really did like that play. Kind of set everything up. Now going on to the defensive side of the ball, this is the second drive. This is just a screen play that was just shut down perfectly by Cook and Williams over here. Just kind of wanted to point this one out just because the Chiefs did a great job in this game, the defense really. But the way Cook comes down, immediately sees the screen and gets down for the help is just perfect. You got outside leverage with Williams. Cook makes the read, comes back inside. They make the tackle. There's really nothing Osborne can do on that play, really. But just a great play by the defense right here. I believe this was the second drive right here for the Vikings offense. But quick start for the Chiefs. Still playing good defense. And continue to play good defense on this drive. Quick play fake, Leo Chanel sack. And boy, Leo Chanel is just having a wonderful season. I feel like he's definitely had some great moments. He's just going to come in unblocked right here. See how many they brought. So they brought 6 on this play. You've got Gay coming off on the other side. Chanel, both of them pretty much unblocked. You just got the running back help on the left side. But Leo Chanel all the way. Easy. Untouched right there. I mean, you got 6 guys coming, 5 guys blocking. I guess you got 6 with the running back, but just not able to get over there to Leo at all. Big time sack for Leo Chanel right there. So back with the Chiefs on offense now. We got a 5 wide setup. Tony coming out down in an orbit motion. And this one right here, Justin Ross, big time catch. And I like what the Chiefs did here with the motion to isolate Justin Ross right here. You've got Ross kind of to the inside right here, and then Tony's going to come out on the motion. So now you've got Justin Ross over here isolated. Harrison Smith isn't even, at this point, really paying attention to this side, it looks like. Kind of trying to see backing up towards the middle of the field. Now you got one-on-one coverage with 5 and against 8 right here, and Mahomes just is going for it all the way. That whole defense kind of stepped off to the other side here. No respect for Justin Ross, which granted, this was his first real big catch of the season against the Vikings here, but both of these guys kind of just laid off, waiting for something to cross back over the middle here, and leaves Justin Ross on an island with 5, and he just goes up and gets that thing. Great catch for Justin Ross. Chiefs Twitter was in an uproar after that big play. I mean, we are all excited to see what Justin Ross can do. Granted, I know he just got into a bit of legal trouble. Not sure what we'll see of that, but great play right here. Great play design on the orbit motion for Tony to come around. Just all around, really good play for the Chiefs right there. And Andy is the master of it. Here's a big screen play for Jerick McKinnon, and just a perfect play that Jet makes, and a perfect read cutting back to the inside where he did. Just a great play to get down the field, keep the sticks moving. Cuts inside, great block. I think that's Tooney right there. And look at Trey Smith up here. I mean, Trey Smith is all the way up to the 3rd level of the defense. And, this offensive line is just phenomenal. And the way, that they run these screenplays, the way the Chiefs' offensive line is able to get downhill and really go. The middle of the line is just maybe the best in the league. Maybe them and the Eagles, just the 2 guards in the center that the Chiefs have right here. Humphrey kind of just making sure that Jet continues. He didn't quite get to him there, but a little speed differential right there with the linebacker versus the center. But right here, great read. Linebacker's not going to be able to get to McKinnon here. Just kind of speeds up, gets out of the way. He's also able to cut back with the great block by Tooney. Trey Smith coming up at that point. He reads it, says, okay, we're going all the way upfield. Can't quite make the block on Harrison Smith. Again, a little bit different different speed and finesse there from the two, from a safety versus a guard. So back with the Chiefs on defense here. Big time sack. This one, this was the one I remember. I think it was Tony Romo. I think Romo and Nance were on the call on this one, but I'm pretty sure it was Tony Romo that said he thought this play was a screen, and it really kind of looks like it. The way that Chris Jones gets home on this play is just insane. How quickly he gets through. Back it up a little bit faster there. Okay, so you got Chris Jones here on the interior. Tershawn Morton, Karlaftis, Mike Dana on the line right here. And they're not even blitzing on this play, I don't believe. Yeah, this is just a 4-man rush. Plain and simple. And look at this. This right here is great to point out, because this is a part of why Jefferson did not do much. Look at L'Jarius Sneed on the line. Just immediately gets in Justin Jefferson's face, which this might be illegal hands to the face right there, but either way, at that point, Justin Jefferson doesn't even get past the line of scrimmage. The way Sneed holds him to the line of scrimmage, Chris Jones is already sacking Kirk Cousins. There's no chance. Justin Jefferson had no chance on that play to do anything. And just shows the level of corner that L'Jarius Sneed is. I don't think this defense, or at least the secondary, doesn't get enough credit, because the defense is starting to get noticed quite a bit. I saw the defense in the number 2 spot after the Chargers game ranking and at power rankings as a defense. So they're starting to get a little bit of respect and starting to, really, I think the league is starting to be put on notice that this Chiefs defense is for real. Here's a play fake from Kirk Cousins, and this one over the middle. He's going for Justin Jefferson. Nothing there. Can't quite make the play. Probably should have made that play. Kind of looked like, we'll go back to it real quick. Play fake. But again, same thing as the last play. And I'm pretty sure this is Snead again that's got Justin Jefferson in coverage. But Jefferson is just never able to really do anything. Like that first 5 yards of contact might be a little bit outside of that. No, that was within 5 yards. But just to look at this 5 yards as Jefferson tries to get away, Snead just hangs with him. And really, I think messes up the timing of this play for the most part. Because as soon as they get to that point, Snead breaks free. Jefferson cuts to the left. And Kirk is throwing the ball, which he does have quite an opening right here. If you look at this. I mean, you've got defenders around him, but he's got a nice space to catch the ball. And at this point, I can't quite see where the ball is, but boom, just missed him. Hit him in the hands, but just off a little bit. Reed comes in, trying to stop the play, but the timing just thrown off by Snead's coverage. I mean, L'Jarius Snead was just on fire in this game, I thought. And both L'Jarius Snead had a 65 overall PFF grading, and McDuffie had a 64. And I mean, when you're going up against one of the best receiving corps in the league, I don't think that's that bad. Back to the Chiefs on offense. I think that's Gray with a little motion back out to create a trips on the right side. And this one just kind of showing the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes. Just really everything. This is just a Patrick Mahomes play right here. You get to see the arm strength, the way he can keep a play alive, the kind of plays he can make. There's just no one on his level in the league, I don't think. So right here, I mean, you've got pretty good coverage across the board. But with both of these guys so deep right here, Watson kind of just curls off and is able to make this play. And you got both of these guys on, what's that, Gray, and I'm not 100% sure who this is down here. MVS, it looks like. And at that point, you make this read. You've got, I think that might be another DB there in the middle of the field. But, I mean, Watson has all this space because at this point, 24 with inside leverage going this way. I mean, really, at this point, I think 24, like, what is he doing, really? He might be still expecting Watson to kind of take a seam, but Watson just kind of curls out here and just finds a huge opening in the defense because at that point, I mean, 24 is 10 yards off of Watson. This guy is in no man's land over the middle of the field waiting for something to come back across, but both of these guys have got Sky Moore routes over here. Maybe a check down right here. But really nothing else is open, but you have just 10 yards of space over here for J. Watt. And the toe tap. The toe tap was beautiful. The Vikings did not think he got that, but this was, I think, right at the end of the first half. And very close. I mean, it was insanely close right there. But just a perfect play. And then just look in the pocket here. Pretty good blocking throughout, too. The way that they created for Pat to be able to step up in the pocket right here, Creed is just waiting on this edge rusher over here that's coming. I think Jet kind of gets in, a little bit of a chip here. Kind of help out on his way out on his check down route. Mahomes steps up and just launches that thing. He gets hit, but an amazing play nonetheless. And so now back to the Vikings on defense. This one was almost picked off right here by Mike Edwards, but this is Justin Jefferson. This is Trent McDuffie now on him. And this one right here, I mean, just the Chiefs couldn't really do any better against Justin Jefferson, I don't think. And you look, they've got Jefferson in the slot here to create that matchup with McDuffie. And you've got outside with Snead here. I think that was Osborne down there. But pretty much 18's just on a go route. I think they just thought that they could beat McDuffie over the top right there. Edwards comes in with the help and almost gets the interception right there. That right there, plays like that, really, I think, just, again, set the tone for this ball game throughout, because the Vikings just couldn't do the things that they wanted to do. And I don't think that things worked out with the receiving core quite like they wanted to. Thinking that they would have a much better day against the secondary than they were able to. Right here, another big play, and another one that's Mahomes, a J-Watt, that just shows off, again, what Mahomes can do right here. Just the arm strength and the fact that he threw this. Sometimes, like, when Mahomes throws interceptions on plays like this, we have to think about these kind of plays right here, because, you're going to have negatives on plays like this, probably more than you're going to have positive. But at the same time, like in a game like this that was close, this was a huge play. And just, he's getting sacked pretty much right there. There's two guys in the backfield that were untouched. Kind of looked like that one that we pointed out with Leo Chanel and Willie Gay kind of coming free on that blitz earlier that Chanel got the sack on. Mahomes just is able to get it out. And the fact that, he even saw this, like the possibility to get this is kind of crazy, even though I think even looking at film, you'd probably like to say, well, maybe you should have caught Noah Gray over here. I don't know if MVS is probably the most dangerous throw. Maybe second to this J-Watt throw, because, you've got two guys right here, and the way that you're launching this thing, they're going to be in play. And, maybe a little bit shorter of a throw in this situation with Gray would have been the smarter route to go. But either way, just go out and make a play. It's J-Watt right here. Boom, right there. And all of a sudden, you have flipped the field. You're on the 50-yard line. Absolutely insane play. And now, J-Watt did get injured later in this game, and that was tough to see. We haven't seen him back. I'm not 100% sure about the long term with J-Watt, but just an amazing play right here. Now we're going to get close to the goal line. You got Watson in motion here, going to the left side. You got three out to the left. And this one just a quick slant right over the middle. Rashee Rice, touchdown. And for the Chiefs, the slant has really killed the defense. That's one thing that I've noticed. Like, out of any play or any route for the Chiefs defense, the slant has just been a killer for them. And I think right here, I'm just going to kind of go back real quick and look at kind of what everybody's running on this play right here. So you got J Watt in motion out here to the left side, Rashee Rice kind of in the middle, and then you got Justin Ross all the way out here, kind of one-on-one, maybe thinking put him out on a go route. Noah Gray down here, and then you got McKinnon in right now. So just 5 offensive linemen. They bring a 5-man rush, it looks like. Yep, 5-man rush. Essentially, we're looking at pretty much everybody fairly well covered. You've got kind of dual slants here. Justin Ross is kind of just running a turnaround, which probably could have hit. And, then you got one-on-one, try to just get yourself to the end zone. Gray kind of just running a flat route out here. And just a nice slant, just beats his man. And you got the middle of the field worried about J-Watt right now, and with Ross just kind of trailing. Just a nice play design for Andy getting Rashee Rice. Pretty open, about as open as you can be. 9 yards away from the end zone? Not a lot of room to get separation there for receivers. So great slant route with J-Watt coming over the middle, kind of just ruined everything for the Vikings defense. Nice motion on that play. So back to the defense, which was really the star of the show in this game. And here's another one, just Drew Tranquil. He has been such a big signing for the Kansas City Chiefs, I think, especially with Bolton dealing with injuries this year. And, we're gonna be missing him now for quite some time with the wrist injury against L.A. last week. But Drew Tranquil is just, when they signed him, I remember thinking, I don't quite understand why they did that, but for the money and the value that they got, it's a no-brainer. to go out and get somebody like Drew Tranquil. He's a guy that I watched in LA a few times on film last year that just he has very good instinct. He kind of pops off of the page, I feel, especially for the pass coverage. And right here, just showcasing that against T.J. Hawkinson, which is, the second best tight end receiving yards wise in the NFL right now, to Travis Kelce. But just a great play by Drew Tranquil here, and had to put this one in the film review just to kind of show, what Drew Tranquil is capable of. Last year, watching film on that divisional game, there was this, and week one, I remember there was 2 different times where I randomly watched film that had the Chargers in it. Well, the playoff game was the playoff game, but kind of watched a little bit of film of all those while the Chiefs were on their bye week. But just right place at the right time and makes big plays. So with the Chiefs back on offense here, they're going to run this quick kind of screen / go route right here. And I really love this play design, actually. And the way it worked out was just the way it worked out. I mean, it's just really Chiefs football, backyard football, whatever you want to call it. But when it works, it works. You kind of just got a quick little screen to Kelce that they're kind of waiting on. I think that's Harrison Smith there. He's kind of waiting on. Played good coverage, kind of sitting back on this, because if they both crash down on the screen and you get you're going to get a wide open guy in the end zone essentially. Or if they both kind of go towards the go route, you got a wide open screen to Kelce, and how many times have we seen Kelce make some shifty moves and get to the end zone from about this area? Mahomes doesn't like either one of them, decides to step up. Now, here's a couple of, right here you could take a quick check down, probably not going to get too much. But you got 84 right here that, possibly if he's, I'm not sure exactly, we'll go a little bit more. So he takes a wider turn. If he would have cut that turn a little bit tighter, I think that safety does a good job of getting back. But you don't really have anything anywhere in the end zone. You got to check down here, but Kelce never gives up on a play. And Mahomes knows that. And the fact that in the middle of all this, he just turned back that way, knowing that Kelce's probably going to be doing something, moving around, and the play that he makes comes up to the line of scrimmage. Mahomes, again, there's just no one better at seeing the field and knowing where he's at, right there on the line of scrimmage, essentially, and you get down inside the 5. That play right here is just another one of those plays that's just, now you can really see Mahomes' eyes. He's got the right side of the field. You got a quick check down that he can hit to McKinnon. But even McKinnon, look at McKinnon. He's looking in that direction as well. It doesn't look like he's looking directly at Mahomes. He's looking all the way. And Mahomes just turns and goes for it. Just the instinct and the wherewithal in the middle of that, because you got 58 coming down at you right there. There's pressure. And so Mahomes gets it over to Kelce. Just a crazy play right there. This one right here, another one of those kind of trick plays the Chiefs have been liking to run and kind of, showing different wild formations. You got Tony right there playing quarterback essentially. That's Noah Gray in the backfield. And then I think it was Pacheco that came across in motion. So now you've got a read option that was just not read correctly, I don't think, from Tony. Hold on, we're going to go right back to that real quick. So Tony right here, probably if he hands this off, they're going to get a lot more. So even you got 40 down here. That's pace. That's chomping down, waiting for Tony to go. 58, maybe he's going to be the one to kind of get out there. By that time, you see obviously Tony's carrying the ball. Just kind of get another angle to see where everybody's kind of moving. Yeah, I mean, at that point, they probably are both already seen that Tony is the one taking the ball. I don't know. Either way, this play is probably kind of doomed from the beginning. You still got guys out here that are going to be in Pacheco's way. But either way, interesting formations that they're showing. And I like what they're doing. I like to always put these in the film review just to kind of, we'll see where we progress through the season, what maybe comes of this towards the end of the season. I mean, Andy's known for, not showing his hand all the way in the beginning and, coming up with some crazy stuff towards the end of the year. This one just a quick straight pressure from the defense, trying to go to Jordan Addison. So now I also picked this play. So now we're going to get into these final couple of plays of the game, the controversial plays, because let's watch this one more time. Because essentially, this is the exact same play that had all the controversy on it. This is the 3rd and 7 before I think it was a hold they had on the next play that set up the 4th and 17 or whatever it was. But this is essentially just to kind of show you this play before, and then we'll go to the play, that everybody thought should have been a PI. Huge pressure on Cousins. You got a guy there already. Cousins knows he's just got to let it go. Cousins is a veteran quarterback, and he knows he's got to let the football go to give his team at least a chance. But now right here, there's contact, ball's in the air, both guys looking at the ball, well overthrown. So probably uncatchable pass at that point, which is fair. But the next one is not much different. Real quick, we'll just kind of look at what Spags was bringing on this play. You look Snead and Reed all coming up to the line. Snead going in motion with the guy. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys coming. 7, you cover 0. Just coming straight at you. And that was McDuffie, the one that got the hit. So now, here's the play. Here's the controversial play that essentially ended this game. Again, big pressure on Cousins. Huge hit. But again, is this ball even catchable? Like going back to the last play, probably say that last one was uncatchable. This one's probably uncatchable too. We're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're bringing 7 again. Cover 0. You got 4 guys against 4 guys. Cousins has to let it go, and I think, again, that's McDuffie that gets that pressure. We'll see in a second exactly who it was, but just boom, huge hit on Cousins. Okay, so there were people that called that a penalty. Personally, unless it's egregious, he didn't come in with his head down or anything like that. We're playing football. This right here, the contact. Again, you got Snead searching for the ball. You can see him kind of swiveling his head around. He's looking for it right here. This is where the contact is. But even the contact, it wasn't egregious. He was just kind of moving with him and has his hand on him. It wasn't like he was restricting Addison from moving. Now, the ball comes up to the left side of them, and so that's where I could kind of see where you could call a hold or a PI or something like that, because you're somewhat restricting where the receiver is going. But just to look at it on the other view, on the other angle, and yeah, that's McDuffie that got that hit off on Cousins. Okay, so you can't really see it from this angle in the film, but on TV when they showed it, again, Snead wasn't. I just don't think that Snead was the way it looks, anyways. I don't think Snead was. He was just moving with Addison, and it's the exact same thing they did on the directly last play from scrimmage. That you just have a moment where both guys are kind of searching for the ball and have their hands on each other to, obviously you're getting that, feel for where, your opponent is, so they don't just break off somewhere while you're searching for the ball in the air. You don't have eyes on them. So I just think that this play right here, I think, got blown out of proportion. Now, the one thing that I will say that I did think should have been a penalty was obviously the taking the helmet off. And even then, though, the Chiefs have the ball. It's a 15-yard penalty. We probably still get the same result as we are going to get here. This right here, final play of the game for the Chiefs. This was that fumble. No, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong game. I'm not even 100% sure. But here, we get a sack. This is going to be the Mike Dana sack to end the game. D-line just does a great job right here, maneuvering around, and they bring nobody in the middle. Absolutely no one in the middle. So when they break off, the center and the left guard have no assignment, essentially. And then you've got an overload. You got your running back staying in to help, but you got an overload with FAU, Karloftis, Dana, all coming in on the left side on the guard and the right tackle. Now you got one-on-one with Jones in the left tackle, and the left guard going to give him some help here. There's a wraparound blitz from Karloftis and delayed blitz from Tranquil is really what sets everything up and breaks everything open. And just these plays right here, this is where Spags is just a genius. It's these plays right here like this that just show how great Spags really is as a defensive coordinator. So that was the film from the 27-20 victory over the Minnesota Vikings. Very close game, controversial finish, of course, but just a good game, I think, all around for the most part for the Chiefs. The offense was a little bit frustrating here and there, but it looks like things are starting to work out. So that will do it for this film review. I appreciate if you watched all the way to the end. If you enjoyed, like the video, hit the like button, or hit the like button, but subscribe to the channel. Also, over on Substack, papashronos.substack.com, weekly, getting out previews and kind of game wrap-ups. Done a little bit of UFC recently, so check that out, and we will be back for more film reviews this season. Thank you, Chiefs Kingdom.